easily, but equally, what quality equipped him so well for political life? Were the cobbler's son of 1878, the idealistic seminarist of 1898, the gangster godfather of 1907, and the forgotten Siberian hunter of 1914, destined to become the fanatical Marxist mass murderer of the 1930s or the conqueror of Berlin in 1945? My two books are not meant to form an exhaustive narrative history covering every political, ideological, economic, military, international, and personal aspect of Stalin's life. That has already been superbly done in different eras by two scholars, Robert Conquest, the founding maestro of Stalinist history, with his Stalin, Breaker of Nations, and, more recently, Robert Service, with his Stalin, a Biography. And I do not think I could improve on their broader works, though both have most generously helped me with mine. I make no apology that my two books are tightly focused on the intimate and secret, political and personal lives of Stalin and the small circle that ultimately came to create and rule the Soviet Union until the 1960s. Ideology must be our foundation, as it was for the Bolsheviks, but the newly opened archives show that the personalities and patronage of a minuscule oligarchy were the essence of politics under Lenin and Stalin, as they were under the Romanov emperors, and just as they are today under the managed democracy of 21st century Russia. Stalin's prolonged youth has always been a mystery in many senses. Before 1917, he cultivated the mystique of obscurity, but also specialized in the black work of underground revolution, which was, by its nature, secretive and violent. Once in power, Stalin's campaign to succeed Lenin required a legitimate heroic career, which he did not possess because of his experience in what he called the dirty business of politics. This could not be told, either because it was too gangsterish for a great paternalistic statesman, or because it was too Georgian for a Russian leader. His solution was a clumsy but all-embracing cult of personality that invented, distorted, and concealed the truth. Ironically, this self-promotion was so grotesque that it fanned sparks, sometimes innocent ones, which flared up into colossal anti-Stalin conspiracy theories. It was easy for his political opponents, and later for us historians, to believe that it was all invented, and that he had done nothing much at all, particularly since few historians had researched in the Caucasus, where so much of his early career took place. An anti-cult, as erroneous as the cult itself, grew up around these conspiracy theories. The most intriguing rumor remains: was Stalin a double agent for the Tsar's secret police? His most infamous secret policemen, Nikolai Yezhov and Lavrenti Beria, secretly sought such evidence to use against Stalin in case he turned against them, as indeed he did. It is significant that neither of them, with the absolute power of the NKVD behind them, ever found that smoking gun. Yet there is a deeper mystery, too. Every historian has quoted Trotsky's claim that Stalin was a provincial mediocrity, and Sukhanov that he was just a grey blur in 1917. Most historians followed Trotsky's line that Stalin was so greyly mediocre that he failed to perform in 1905 and 1917, becoming, in Robert Slusser's words, the man who missed the revolution. Yet, if this was so, how did the mediocrity seize power, outwit talented politicians such as Lenin, Bukharin, and Trotsky himself, and coordinate his program of industrialization, the savage war on the peasantry, and the ghoulish Great Terror? How did the blur become the homicidal but super-effective world statesman who helped create and industrialize the USSR, outplayed Churchill and Roosevelt, organized Stalingrad, took Berlin, and defeated Hitler? It is as if the pre-1917 mediocrity and the 20th century colossus cannot be the same man. So how did one become the other? They are, in fact, absolutely the same man. It is clear from hostile and friendly witnesses alike that Stalin was always exceptional, even from childhood. We have relied on Trotsky's unrecognizable